just saying, don't get upset. Well, let's get to the bottom of it. I'm just saying, don't you take it personally.
Episode 41, you sons of bitches of I'm Just Saying with Justin Werley. I'm your host, Justin Werley. Thank you for tuning in. Those of you that actually tune in, I hope you've all had a great weekend. It's Easter weekend, and I am in the educational mood. Oh God, by the way, I have had a pork tenderloin wrapped in bacon, which is phenomenal. Then you glaze it the last 5 minutes of it cooking, and it gets all tacky and lovely. But it does leave you with a little acid reflux action going on. So I apologize if I'm a little more burpy than usual. But that's not my problem. That's your problem. Way to be a fan of the show and screw yourself up by listening to me fucking burp the whole show. All right, let's be educational today. It is Easter Sunday, the day of the Lord. What did Jesus do today? How do you Google what does Easter mean? What does Easter mean? Does Easter mean? Okay. The most important and oldest festival of the Christian church, celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Oh, so this is after Jesus. What happened was the Jews, and the movie Juz. I would really like to see a movie poster of somebody, instead of saying Jaws, it was Jews. And it was just a way to, like the entire movie was about fucking people out of money. But that's just me. I think that would be a funny premise. Obviously a stereotype. Take it how you want it. It's a joke. It's a goddamn joke. But anyway, Easter is about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ! So, that means that, my phone is vibrating. Why? Who is... My fiance, Amelia Jean Rising. Oh, what are you texting me about? In the middle of a podcast. Don't you know I'm at podcast time? I'm doing a podcast. Don't you know that right now? What is she saying? She had nothing to do. I guess I'll work. Okay. So she's at work and she's apparently bored. So, all right. What happened is the Jews killed Jesus, from what I gather. I could be wrong. The Jews killed Jesus. And then after what? How many days? Christ. No, pun intended. Apparently he rose then. He rose. He took a Blue Chew or a Viagra and rose. They rubbed Viagra dust on Jesus. And he popped up. He rose. And then he moved that giant fucking stone out of the way. Somehow, after being nailed to a cross for how fuck long, he came back. And then he was just, here I am now. I was dead. Now here I am. He did that whole thing. And then, the funny thing is, after that, he went around and found Easter eggs. That's right. Before Easter was even a thing. What happened was he died on the cross. Died. Dead. He is dead. And then he's laying on a thing in a hole, in a cave on the side of a mountain with a giant rock covering the entrance. No way in, no way out. Then after, 3 days it was? He gets out and the first thing he does is goes, I I want to find some fucking eggs. That's what he does. I want to find some fucking eggs. And you know what? For no reason whatsoever, no geographical, no environmental, no agricultural reason for these things to be connected, I'm going to say they came out of a fucking rabbit. That's right. Remember me by a fucking rabbit and somehow finding painted eggs. What are we doing? What are we doing, people? Easter? Really? We are finding eggs. Painted eggs. Let's find out where that came from. By the way, we'll stay on this. Easter, yes, that's what that means. Why was the Easter bunny invented? Let's find this out. According to some sources, Easter bunny first arrived in America in the 1700s with German immigrants. Oh, first the Germans brought it in. The Germans, the ones that hate the Jews. So the people that hate the Jews and the Jews that hated Jesus collaborated. Somehow, in my head, that works. Of course, they settled in Pennsylvania. It all started here in my home state of Pennsylvania and transported their tradition of an egg-laying hare called, Osterhase or Osterhase. Osterhase. Their children made nests in which this creature could lay its colored eggs. Oh, and then the eggs were slaves to the white Germans. No, anyway. Okay, my fellow Pennsylvanians, we invented Easter. That's what we came up with. We decided, Jesus is dead and everything, but let's paint some eggs and find them. And that means something somehow, Let's paint some eggs, hide them, and then have children find them. I guess that means we love the Lord. That's what that means. All right, I'm glad I explained Easter to all you people. Is everybody having a great holiday? We had an early Easter last week. We had the Easter ham. We had an Easter ham. Last week we had ham. Everybody has ham on Easter. Why is that? Is it because the Jews don't eat ham? No, I don't know. Why am I so anti-Jew today? I really have nothing against the members of the tribe. I don't know. It's just fun to yell Jews. I have very close friends that are Jews. No, I don't. What am I doing? I'm lying. I'm trying to make an excuse for why I would say a Jewish slur. Is it saying a Jewish slur when you just yell Jew? I don't know. I don't know if it is. But this weekend I had we had a lot of beer. There was a ton of beer. There was beer fests Friday and Saturday. So, yeah, there was a ton of fucking beer. Bear Creek Resort, if you will. It's not really a resort. It's like a ski place. People ski, and there's hills, and they ski down them. That's what happens at Bear Creek. Or if you're from certain parts of Pennsylvania, Bear Creek. That was okay. There were a lot of samples, a lot of people, a little rainy weather, but a good time overall. And then yesterday there was a beef and beer thing at Blackjack's in Birdsboro, Pennsylvania. I'm going to sneeze. I feel a sneeze coming on. It's happening. It's there. It's gone. Okay. It's still lingering. I hate that. I wish it would just either happen or go away. But anyway, okay, I think it's completely gone. So Blackjacks. And that was cool. It was a beef and beer thing. It was for charity. I think it was breast cancer or Relay for Life, I believe it was. And a good friend of mine, Phil Fry, probably doesn't listen to this, but doesn't matter. he was able to get us tickets to that. He kind of runs the whole show there. And that was a good time. Lost in the second round of a beer pong tournament, but drank a lot of beer. Spent some money for a good cause, so no problem with that. But holy shit, I'm not allowed to have off that many days of work. Let me rephrase that. I'm allowed to have off that many days of work. I shouldn't have off that many days of work, which means I have a lot of time, a lot of free time with not a lot of responsibility. And then I do nothing but drink myself to death. By drinking myself to death, I didn't go crazy. I went to the gym actually Friday. That's right. This tub of shit's still coming together. Now, I didn't go Saturday or Sunday, which I should have done. I should have went and I should have done a little bit of cardio. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it because I felt, Jesus wasn't doing cardio when he's 3 days off. The fucking guy just laid there, and then, oh, miracle, I moved this fucking rock. So I figured I could just take some time and enjoy myself. So I did, which, it's weird. I've never slept so much in 3 days, and I've never felt so exhausted as I have in 3 days. I would drink and then sleep, like excessively sleep, and wake up and do it again. Like, I got way more sleep than I have ever. But, why do I keep chewing? Because I'll tell you why I keep chewing. There's a piece of bacon and or pork stuck in the last tooth on the left side of my fucking mouth, and I can't get rid of it. I'm trying to get in there and get rid of it, I know. And, there it was. I think I got it. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Everybody out there is looking for followers. Followers! Follow me! Well, follow me. Follow my show. That'd be great if you could follow my show. Even Jesus, all he cared about was followers. Follow me, he would say. Follow me, the Lord would say. And then he ended up wearing a crown and fucking Notre Dame burned down and they fucked children and Catholic and rape and all that crap. I don't know what that meant. I don't know why I even talked about that. But that's kind of going to be the show today. It's going to be a shorter show on this Easter Sunday because, like the Lord, I'm taking a break. I'm not taking a break. I'm going to be here every fucking week for you goddamn miserable fucking people. I'm just googling some news so I can shit you up a little bit. By the way, Sixers won. Holy fuck. Shouldn't have won. There was a big fucking fight towards the end of the show. Big fight towards the end of the Sixers show. Sixers show? End of the show? End of the game. And Joel Embiid got a flagrant. Jimmy Butler got eliminated. Nobody cares. Why am I even talking about this? Nobody gives a fuck my opinion on the goddamn Sixers. They just want to know about me. People want to know about me and what I do and who I am and how I am. Be right back. Okay, let's do the news and get the hell out of here. I'm back. You people don't want to listen to more of me drone on and on and on. Did I tell you, people, that I tried to do another song parody? I tried to do Twisted Sisters. Should I play it? I'll play a little bit of it over the phone. It was pretty horrible. It didn't go well. It was supposed to be Twisted Sister, I Wanna Rock, but it was overly produced, very tinny sounding, and it didn't turn out too well. It turned out very shitty. And yes, I know, when you listen to this, there's going to be a lot of editing that should have been done, but that I didn't. Well, maybe I can start it. I'll try to start from the second verse. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see. Keep going. Come on. All right, here we go. the tinniness. This quality sucks. Now imagine this next part coming up, where I go back and forth with myself vocally. My fiance's folding clothes in the room next door, and I'm sitting in a room adjacent to that, and she cannot hear the music. She just hears a man in a room yelling these lyrics, and think of what you would think. After this one. Alright, so that was the song. So imagine the look on my fiance's face when she came in the door and I was on cock! 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 Hella cock! Yeah. It was a look of bewilderment and am I marrying this fucking weirdo? Like, what the fuck? Alright, so on to the news. The news. Alright. See what's going on. The Vatican. The Vatican. What's the Vatican doing? The Vatican is not going to have an article about it. It's going to just be a video, so I'm not going to do it. Famous God Bless America rendition banned over singer's racist past. You know, why do people just do videos anymore? They don't do fucking articles. What the fuck? Okay, apparently, I'll just tell you guys. Kate Smith of the Kate Smith era there. Apparently, she did a lot of racist songs back in what they call the day. And now it's just coming to light now. So all statues and all renditions of her famous God Bless America, which she did for the Flyers, I believe they were facing the Bruins in the Stanley Cup Finals. She did it live, and they used to play that before important playoff games. They don't play that anymore now. That's done. That's over. I don't know how I feel about it. The songs definitely had racial implications. Some of them were done in satire, as some of them were produced by black producers, by the way. And I don't know. You gotta look at, you go back far enough in time, I'm sure we've all said racist things. Everybody, no matter who you are, you've done it. You have. You can't tell me otherwise. You can tell me you haven't, but deep down you know you've done something in your life, whether it's saying it or thinking it, that has had racial undertones. You know you have. It's just the way life is. You know? I'm not a racist guy. But at the same time, I will use racial humor. When I'm upset with someone for doing something, you know, in my head mentally, you know, depending on what it is, I will use whatever race they're white, whatever the fuck is, white trash piece of fucking shit, or I'll go the other way. You know, whatever it may be, in my head. But that doesn't mean I'm a fucking racist. Like, I don't know. I mean, you're going back to the goddamn 50s and 40s and 20s. What do you think was out there? Now we're going to care? We're going to care now, in 2018. Like we didn't know that she did this. It wasn't on her credentials before now. No, it just came out and people go, oh yeah, we fucking knew. But no, I guess it came out. Now we're going to address it. Fucking bullshit. Yeah, is it bullshit? I don't know. If I was not a white guy, would I be pissed? Maybe. I don't know. Ending this shit show of a podcast this Sunday. Easter Sunday. And here's the thing that makes me want to fucking just blow up the world. Easter Sunday explosions at multiple churches and hotels rocked Sri Lanka. And reggae sa. But they did not get too far. So that was sublime. Sri Lanka. Death tolls rise past 200 people. More than 207 people died and hundreds more injured after 6 nearly simultaneous explosions struck 3 churches and 3 luxury hotels in and just outside Sri Lanka's capital on Easter Sunday. They were followed hours later by 2 more blasts. A spokesperson for Sri Lanka police said 207 people died, 450 were injured in a series of blasts, marking the bloodshed as among the worst since the South Asian country's 26-year civil war ended a decade ago. What was the motivation here? Multiple fatalities, including nearly a dozen foreigners, resulted among worshippers and hotel guests. With a curfew imposed, police conducted a search operation on the outskirts of Colombo. Yes, they investigated outside my area. I'm doing a horrible Colombo impression. TV show, United States. Old people know it. Where the latest of 8 blasts took place. Defense Minister Ruwan. I will attempt. I will make the attempt to say his last name. Ruwan Wijawiradena described the attacks as a terrorist incident and blamed religious extremists. Oh, are they allowed to say that? Are they allowed to say extremism? That's funny, because you're not in this country. Everybody's the same. We are all the same. I don't care if he blew someone up. How was he feeling when he did said action? Prime Minister, same guy, Ranil. Oh, no, this is another guy. This is Ranil Wickremesinghe. Okay, not going to make that joke. Wickremesinghe said he feared the violence could trigger instability in the country and its economy. Yeah, I would say if you have 8 bombings within 14 minutes of each other, you have some instability. I think it's already been triggered. Just a thought. The first explosion occurred around 8:45 a.m., with the deadliest appearing to be at St. Sebastian's. Well, who do they think did it? The other 2 blasts, officials told the Associated Press that at least 2 of the church blasts were believed to have been coordinated attack carried out by suicide bombers. The United States offers heartfelt condolences to the great people of Sri Lanka, Donald Trump tweeted. In part, early Sunday, we stand ready to help. Condolences. Yeah. Who the fuck's responsible for it? Well, suicide bombers. Does that mean Muslim? Are we doing that thing? Are we doing the Muslim thing? The explosion ripped off the roof of the building and knocked out the doors and windows. Churches throughout the country have been placed on alert, with many canceling Easter services. The group was on a foreign tourists on the classic Sri Lanka tour hurriedly took to their cell phones to text their family and loved ones around the world that they were okay after the blast. The group was on a 15-day tour of the tropical island nation, seeing its sites including huge Buddhist monuments, tea plantation, just a chronology of famed sandy beaches. Sec Defense and I. They said they don't have anything. They got nothing. The Archbishop of Colombo, Cardinal Malcolm Ranjith, called on Sri Lanka government to launch a very impartial, strong inquiry and to punish those found responsible mercilessly, because only animals can behave like that. Animals have rights too! My kids have paws! Anyway, there was an outpouring of condemnation from around the world following the attacks. Pope Francis denounced the cruel violence. Yeah. Well, okay, what's the thought? We don't have no idea. We have no clue? No. I don't see it. I don't see anything. No. Well, suicide bombers, I think we all know who that is. I think it's safe to assume that that's who we all think it is. So, I think we can all end this show with fuck the suicide bombers. Huh? Fuck the suicide bombers. I think we can do that. So happy Easter, everybody. There's been suicide bombings. And I hope everybody subscribes. Can I end this show like this? Can I end this show this way? This horrible? Maybe I'll end it with this. Maybe I'll end it with one of these. Do I have one of my old prank calls? I think I have an old prank call. I can't end it with suicide bombing. I don't think that's a good way to end the show. Oh, God. Gmail. It was an old Gmail one. Starred? Was it? No. Was it? I don't know. Sent. It was under sent. That's it. All right. One of my Sally pranks. I don't remember that one. All right. Here's a prank call where I prank called Crystal Cave and their manager. Hope everybody enjoys. And this might help everybody not think about suicide bombing. Enjoy. By the way, fuck it, I'll tell you afterwards.
Yes, do you have any stalactites there?
Yes, we do.
Are they big ones?
In the cave.
Are they
stalagmites, stalactites, columns, we got it all in there.
Are they big?
Yeah, they're all different sizes. Some are tiny, some are huge. Yeah.
Tiny and huge, just like men.
Yes.
Just like men and their penises.
I guess.
Do you have one that looks like my boyfriend's? Hello?
Who is it?
This is your best dream, big guy.
Yeah, right.
I love you. Do you have a hairy butt? Lube. Stalactites. Jimmy. I know you're there.
Who is this?
This is your boyfriend.
Yeah, right.
You know who this is.
No, I don't.
This is Jerome.
I have no idea who you are.
Yes, you do. You met me last night.
Oh, really?
Yes, and you were big, but you were kind of rough, and I'm chafing.
See ya.
Love you.
Enjoy the show. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Minds, Gab. Enjoy the fucking weekend. Hopefully you have a great Easter with your family. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for listening to the show. Later!
I'm just saying, don't get upset. Let's get to the bottom of it. I'm just saying, don't you take it personally. I'm just saying, don't get upset. Let's get to the bottom of it. I'm just saying, no.